Hey guys, I hope we're all doing fantastically. I am so happy right now. I'm at home. It's actually a Thursday. I'm at home because I'm sick. I've injured my foot, so I decided to take a day off and heal my body. Self-care is important. I am so excited. I read Nevernight, these two little babies, Nevernight and God's Grey by J. Kristoff, like maybe a year ago, November, a year ago or something. And so good. Like, I was so obsessed with it when I read it, and I ordered Darkdawn, the American edition covers, pre-ordered it, and they sent it yesterday, and they said it was gonna arrive on Monday, but it's 5th today, which is just like, how did this happen to me? How am I so lucky? And I feel like so grateful, because if I wasn't home today, if I decided to go to school anyways, which I could do, I have crutches, I'm not that bad, then I wouldn't have gotten this package. I believe in magic, guys. So what I've decided to do is I'm gonna do a Darkdawn reading vlog. So I just got the package. I haven't opened it yet. I did order it from Amazon, though I don't really support them, which is kind of hypocritical, I know. Okay, you guys, I'm like almost crying, so whew. This is like so emotional. I don't know why I care so much about books and stuff. So this is the book. It is kind of shiny. You know, the other book covers are kind of grainy. This one is shiny, and her headpiece and the title is like extra shiny. It is so beautiful, and you guys, I didn't order a signed edition, but it's fucking signed. What? I am so lucky. I feel so blessed. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's upside down, but will you look at that? I feel like actually blessed today, guys. Okay, so that's it for this little unboxing. I'm so emotional right now. I'm gonna call my mom and like rave about it. Oh my god, I'm so happy. Okay, so this is just gonna be a reading vlog, and that is what's gonna continue after this. So everyone, it is the next day, and I have read 130 pages, and so far I like it, but I'm not loving it, which is kind of disappointed, but maybe I went into this with too high expectations. I'm not really sure yet. So I decided to make this a non-spoiler vlog. So it's like a review slash vlog slash reading in process of what my experience of the book is. So as a backstory, it is basically following this character called Mia. Mia's parents were killed very young. It is a high fantasy book. I think it's young adult, but that's another topic. Her parents are killed very young, and so she basically goes to the school to train to be an assassin so that she can take revenge on her parents' killers. She has a shadow that's a cat that's like very sarcastic and eats up all her fears, so she's like unstoppable, and she's such a great character. I really like her. She definitely has her flaws, the way she throws herself into things like without considering stuff. She is like impeccably brave. Every book has ended in a huge cliffhanger, and this is the last book in the series, and it's said that the first book is the birth, the second one is the life, and the last one is the death. So we already know that Mia Corvair is gonna die in this book. And very interesting part, there's always someone narrating in this book, and after the first 30 pages we know who the narrator is in Darkdawn, which is super exciting. It's like what everyone's been waiting for. I feel like someone is saying, now let's jump back into the story of Mia Corvair, you know? And there's footnotes, someone explaining. So already after 30 pages, we know who wrote the book, which is, I was so like gagged when I figured out. It was amazing, but it jumps right into the action, and so far I haven't really been on with Mia's choices. So far I'm not really sure I like where the story's going. I really like how we have almost all the information that's been lacking in the previous books. I really like that. I really like how I can see it coming to a conclusion. It's unfortunate that we know she's gonna die, but it also might be for the better depending on if you know what I'm talking about. So yeah, it's like, it's really interesting, and I'm getting to a point where I think the book is picking up. It's not been slow so far, but I haven't been like as invested in it as I've been with the other books. And it's also taking me a while to read. Like, my gaze is kind of traveling slowly on the pages. I'm finding it a little bit like staccato reading. That is my reflection so far. I'll update you guys in like 100 or so pages, and we'll see how my opinions have changed. Hello everyone, so this is another update video. I am currently on page 216, I think, so I'm almost halfway in the book and I'm liking it a little bit more so far, but I think the reason I'm struggling just a little bit with it is because even though I only read it like 9 months ago, I feel like I've grown, like my reading tastes have grown so much since then, and it's kind of taking me a minute to adjust to this type of writing style. I mean, the last book I read before this one was Night's Shadow by Sebastian de Cristel. This is one of those books that is very straight to the point. It's adult fantasy. It doesn't really like fuck about a lot with the writing, you know? So this one is way different. Darkdawn has a lot of flowery writing. The romance is a little bit cringy. It actually has a little bit more romance than I would have liked. It's not about like the intimate scenes, it's not about the main romances, it's just like there's a lot of small romances going on that I'm not a big fan of. You know, I feel like it's taking a necessary page count. I want to read a couple of quotes just so you get an idea what I'm talking about. Her knee collided with his groin, the way falling comets kiss the earth. A flock of gold spurs from a nearby cathedral spire and took to the sky, shrieking, and every male within a 4-block radius shifted in his seat. Mia grabbed the lad by the nose and slammed his face into the edge of the bar. There was a sickening wet crunch, a horrified gasp from the onlookers, and the lad collapsed, lips mashed to mince, and the splinter remains of the 4 teeth still embedded in the wood. That was one of them that's like very descriptive. Okay, so the romance in this, the guy who likes the main character, he says, "But I would strike 1,000 bargains with the night for one more moment with you. I'd die 1,000 deaths and defy them all just to hold you in my arms one more time." And truth be told, if you say something like that, then you've crossed a line of cheesiness that I can like endure. It's a little bit too much, and especially for this book. I haven't minded romance in the past in these books because even though the main character has had romances, it's never that serious, which I think fits the character, as she is always scared of losing people, as she like lost her parent. But let's continue reading. I am page 323 out of like 480. So I am liking it much more now. I'm getting into the writing style. It took me a long time to adjust, but now I actually really like it, and I like how Mia is so unstoppable. She is the best. You know, I like stories about people who are extraordinary and not ordinary, and I like how extraordinary she is, and she just makes the type of choices that no one would ever think of, and she has actually made a couple that has made me proud of her, especially considering the earlier part of the book. So now I'm really liking where the story's going. I like the fact that this book is inside this book and it's having effect on the plot. I love that. It's a lot of fun. I feel like it's nearing the end, and I'm a little bit concerned how mythology is going to play into the ending of the book, because it's quite clear that Mia isn't on the mission that she should be going on to complete the Dark Mother's bidding. She is kind of choosing her own revenge, her protection of her family in front of the bigger picture, in front of her destiny, and I am wondering if those two are going to tie together, if the author is going to explain this going forward. So I'm really curious about all that, and so far I'm really liking it. It's only a 4-star book so far though, but I feel like the ending could really change it, so I'm really excited to continue with the book. Page 403 or something, I think, and I just wanted to tell you guys about my thoughts before I do the final review. The last 100 pages were intense. I was crying. I was so into the story. I didn't like count the pages at all. It was just like Mia has done some like amazing character development. She actually has a lot of great personal reflections, which I really like to see. Oh my god, it's so unpredictable. This book is like so insane, you guys. it definitely just like has you on your edge of your seat, and I kind of got into the story without noticing I was getting into the story, and the story just was like a crescendo. It just kept going up, 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 and it's just getting more and more intense, and I have 80 pages left, and it's so intense, and I was planning on finishing this tomorrow, but I think I'll have to finish it tonight. It's only like 6 o'clock. I am so excited to finish this. I'm gonna be so sad when it's over. It's definitely gonna be a 5-star. I liked how now at the end Mia is alone. I mean, she's left her friends behind and she's gonna face whatever she needs to face on her own, and I actually really like that ending. Just a warning, everyone you think is gonna stay forever is gonna get killed. There's no guarantee your favorite character is gonna stay in the story. No girl. Something also that was really funny about this book is that it has a lot of self-irony. It knows exactly what the people that don't like this book don't like about this book, and it was criticizing this book in this book, which is funny. I like that. That was a good part. I was smiling when it did that, and it made me like the book even more, because that means the author is conscious of what he's doing, and he has some self-irony, which I thought was really funny. So everyone, I finished Dark Dawn by J. Kristoff. It is 8 in the morning on a Monday, so I just finished this right before I came to school. So I look so fresh. Yeah, this book made me cry a lot, and if there's anything I like in a book is getting engaged in the book. Like, that's so important. Even if you hate it, if you love it, if you're conflicted, as long as you have strong feelings for something, it always bumps definitely up a couple of stars. I mean, I definitely had some faults with the end. I thought it was a little bit too much, a little bit too like poetic and grand and such, but because this is a story that's told, it's like a tale in a way, I understand why the author did what he did, and I felt like it was what had been predicted, like the narrator had told us to expect at the end. So in that way it was like a nice finished circle, but it definitely was very grand and a little bit too much for me. I liked the ending because it's just kind of how it is, but there were some choices I didn't like. People who like came back to life and stuff that I thought was maybe a little bit unnecessary and like too much. Extra powers that were kind of developed at the end, like, by the way, we'll sprinkle this in here. So that was a little bit too much, but all in all, I'm gonna give it 5 stars just because you're so engaged when you're reading this book. It like really consumes you, like I don't know, it just makes me so passionate, and I love that about this book. And maybe it's like more like a 4.8, but 5 stars it definitely deserves. All in all, this is a great series. Second book, God's Grave, is still my favorite one, but just an amazing fantasy series. It's definitely more YA, but I just really like it. So that is it for this vlog. I hope you enjoyed. Tell me all your Nevernight Chronicle thoughts down below, and remember to put spoilers on top if you want to talk about spoilers, which you're more than welcome to. So I hope you guys all have a brilliant magical day, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye!